Hi everyone, this is Holly with Reiki Light Blessings. I have a message that has been on my mind for a few weeks. It's a message that popped up in my car as a question that just popped to mind. Sometimes our vehicles are very good thinking times. So the question that popped up was, is there honor in receiving? I did feel that the answer was yes. But I was having a hard time describing why I felt that way. Because when I think of giving, I think of, yes, it's a very honorable thing to do, that good people give. And when we give, we're a good person. We're oftentimes taught this through our parents, through our family, through our peers, through our schools, through our religious institutions, that giving is good. That giving is honorable, especially when we're giving with an open heart. I will say this again, I've mentioned this a few times, but always check in with yourself. Why are you giving? Are you giving just to check off a task mark to say, hey, I helped a neighbor? Or are you giving to say, I really want to help this neighbor and this feels good. I want to share love. So when we think about receiving, I think sometimes the hiccup is guilt. So when we receive from others, we can have a sense of guilt. And this can be, hey, oh boy, do people think that I need help, that I'm not doing well in life? Or you might even just internally say, hey, I'm struggling here, I'm just not doing very good at life. But that, for me, is not truth. When I think about receiving, I actually first think of receiving as allowing people to love me, allowing forms of love to come into my life, allowing people to feel good, that feeling of giving. You're allowing them to feel good. Yes, I do believe receiving is very honorable, especially when we're coming and we're receiving with an open heart. So we're receiving and we're thankful. We're receiving and we're aware. We're receiving and we're present. And we're receiving and understanding that this is a beautiful, beautiful gift. I'm going to allow this love into my life. There are many forms of receiving. It can be words. It can be service. It can be just the life that we're given. It can be our Creator's love, God's love. All forms of receiving. So it doesn't always have to be a look in a particular way. So check in with yourself and say, am I allowing people to love me? Yes, there is honor in this. And yes, I am thankful. I am thankful for this. Something happened with an author that I follow on Instagram. I believe it was a couple of weeks ago. Her name is Rachel Hollis. She did write, Girl, Wash Your Face. Girl, Stop Apologizing. I did listen to an Audible book of hers, which was The Girl, Wash Your Face. Quite honestly, it was not my favorite. There was a few things that I resonated with. And Rachel is a great author as far as she's inspirational, very motivational, just go get it type of attitude. Just put yourself out there. And I do love those things about her. It's just some of the tone that she uses is just not something that I totally connect with. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, Rachel had posted a TikTok video onto her Instagram page that was very, very charged. There was definitely words were used that offended a lot of people. She had gone on to say that she had a housekeeper and that pretty much that she was owed the housekeeper. That she was owed this because she gets up at 4 a.m., that she works so hard, she works harder than a lot of people. She even said that she was not relatable. So there were a lot of things that were said in there that were definitely offensive, definitely charged, definitely heightened, at least for me. And I wish the best for her. I'm not here to talk negative. I just want to bring an example of, I do feel that when she was receiving acts of service or forms of love, that she was coming from an attitude of, I'm owed this because of all the action that I take, instead of, hey, I'm just going to open my heart and receive and understand that this is love, and I'm thankful. And I see the other people. I see where this love is coming from, and I appreciate it. That I'm thankful. That this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So that, at least I wanted to bring that up. The other part of this that I want to talk about is boundaries. So it's kind of funny. Boundaries, we don't always think about when we give and we receive. So one example of boundaries when we give. So we definitely want to respect boundaries when we're giving. That would be if I am going to bake a good and I'm going to give it to a neighbor. Well, if I went over to the neighbor's house at 10 p.m. to give that baked good, I'd be crossing a boundary knowing that they're probably in bed. So that's just something that we want to check in with ourselves. Another thing of giving would be touch, so hug. Some people definitely have boundaries with touch, and so we need to respect that. And especially this last year, I think a lot of people were air hugging, and I am a hugger. I love to hug. We just want to always respect the other person's wishes. And so when two people are wanting to hug, it's a very beautiful thing. There's giving and receiving all at once for both people, so that's great. But we do want to respect other people's boundaries in that. Receiving, so there are also boundaries in receiving. A great example that I had a conversation with a client. The client had said that there was a family member that was coming every weekend to watch their children. And yes, it was very helpful and it was nice, but it became to the point where they couldn't have their own family time. They really wanted just a little bit of time with their family because they worked so hard and their weekends were the only time off. So this would be really checking in with boundaries and saying, hey, we love that you're doing this. This is such a nice thing. We do want to make this once a month so that we have more time as a family also. And it's okay to set those boundaries. Another boundary can be pets. So good example, it would be dogs love to give love. And they may jump up because, hey, I'm so excited to see you. I love you. I love you. Well, jumping up may knock you over. Jumping up may take your breath away. Jumping up may scratch your legs. This definitely is a boundary that we have to set and say, no, I love you too, but not jumping up. Okay. Something that Minnie does with me that is so funny, just whenever I'm doing yoga or let's say I'm planking for exercise, she loves to give kisses or lay or lean into me in exactly the not so good spot. So I love that she is giving love and she's so open with her love. But I have to set boundaries and say, hey, Minnie, mommy needs her boundaries right now. No kisses, no laying on mommy. But when mommy's done, yes, we can do kisses and you can lay right on me. So we do need to set boundaries there too. So I did want to talk about that. But yes, allow yourself to receive all forms of love. And have an open heart with it so you truly see it as the gift that it is. Just like giving, it feels good. It is a gift. There is honor in both. So I just wanted to say, I love you. Checking in. It is already the middle of May, so we're already in spring. Summer is coming. Nice weather has been, weather here in Colorado just bounces all over the place. So it is kind of fun. It's like you get 70 and then you get snow. But that's just springtime in Colorado, so kind of funny and fun. But summer is almost here. May is almost here, the end of school. So very thankful that my kiddos could be in school on a more consistent basis since January. So almost here, the end of the year. All right, I love you guys. Wishing you all the best. Bye.